What detergent do sailors use?
I have no idea.
Tide.
Oh, geez.
Last time aboard Freedom, we shared some of the not-so-fun but oh-so-necessary aspects of owning and living aboard a boat, because frankly, it ain't always rainbows and unicorns. But it can be rainbows and unicorns once you get the work done and get back on the water. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. Before we leave, Sean's completing all of our usual pre-trip chores, like giving Freedom a bath, topping off our water, and checking to make sure her hydraulic fluid, engine oil, engine coolant, and steering fluid is all where it should be. She passed with flying colors, so once our course is plotted, we'll be ready for our 60 nautical mile cruise north to Cypress Island, our own little slice of paradise right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Hold on, sugar, why you look so sad? Come on now, mama, ain't nothing here so bad. You got fast cars, movie stars, party on down the street with Mary Jane, good cocaine.
Are you ready for some coffee?
Yeah, you making me some?
Yep, that's
Awesome.
your cup.
Sounds good. Start with some water. Yeah, it's good to hydrate.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you ready to go, buddy? I don't think you're ready. This is like an old folks' home or something.
I need one of those containers. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, this is a little off the shizzle, sweetie.
After Sean got done with his morning beauty routine, we finally left Shilshole Marina with 25-knot wind gusts to begin our 8-hour cruise. Luckily, the gusty wind was short-lived.
Seas are a little bit sporty today. Winds gusting in the mid-20s. I think right now we have current coming against the seas, so the waves are stacked real close together. You can kind of see them breaking. But better that it's a following sea versus bashing into them. It should improve. The current's going to flip in another hour or two, which should allow them to spread out a little bit, and the wind's supposed to die as well.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. What
Yeah.
time is that? Should I set my alarm?
Well, it's not windy up there. It's windy down here. So as we make our way north, the wind should improve.
That's good. At least one of us looked at sail flow.
Yeah. That's all right. We'll make it.
Nobody dislikes sporty seas more than this little guy, but once he's at the helm, he's all better. In addition to the rougher than usual seas today, we started cruising at a much faster than usual speed, exceeding 10 knots. It really does pay to plan each cruise according to the tide schedule. Now we're almost at 11 knots, so it's so great that we're picking up more time because then we'll get there with the whole afternoon to enjoy. So it's a little over 60 nautical miles from Seattle, so we always kind of average when we project out our trips. We assume 6.5 to 7 knots, so we thought it was going to take us 8.5, maybe even 9 hours to get there. So the fact that it's taking us a lot less means just more time to enjoy once we arrive. So always a good thing. I actually have a little bit of work I need to do. Yeah. I went back to work, guys. It's all good. Hopefully, I can get a little bit done. I'm probably not going to get anything done going over across the Strait of Juan de Fuca because the cell signal just dies, usually shortly after getting into the strait. But what we're hoping to do by going to Cyprus on a Friday and spending the weekend is we are going to do some internet scouting. And we're going to test to see how good our cell coverage is because all of our internet is cell-based. We are hoping, since we have to work next week, that we can stay there for at least the first few days of the week and work and not have to move. It's super close to Anacortes, which could be our last-ditch effort if we absolutely can't get good connectivity. We'll just go to Anacortes for a few days. And then once we leave Cyprus, we're gonna head to Poulsbo for a Nordhavn rendezvous, which should be really fun. There's almost 40 boats showing up in Poulsbo. So, how's the workday going?
Good. The internet's good. Not bad. No complaints.
Getting a lot of work done?
Yep.
How much longer are you gonna be working?
A couple hours.
Couple hours? That puts us right where the internet falls off for me.
Perfect.
Sean and I plan our shifts at the helm around our individual work schedules, when each of us will need to focus our attention on other things, and when we're fairly certain we'll have cellular data to actually get something done. Working while underway is a great way to pass the time, since an average cruise for us is at least 8 hours. Another great way to pass the time is to dive into a Skillshare class, like I'm doing today, to help me in my new job. In fact, Skillshare is sponsoring this video. Okay, don't freak out, just hear me out. You might be thinking to yourself, come on guys, you're a boating channel. Why are you partnering with an online learning platform that has thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people? Well, to be honest, we didn't think it made sense either until I ditched podcasts and started taking classes while underway to help me with my job. You see, it's not just filled with classes on photography, drone videography, how to start a YouTube channel, or even project management, which was how I first got introduced to Skillshare 4 years ago. It's got literally everything for probably everyone. I'm currently becoming an Excel whiz with all of the great Excel classes they offer. My latest favorite being a class on advanced formulas, taught by Layla Garani. I'm a bit rusty, so having a class where I can interact with the instructor, join discussion forums, and do example projects is amazing. And I can also download every class so I don't miss a beat when we lose cell service. So if you've got some time to kill and want to learn new skills or brush up on some old skills, the first 1,000 subscribers to click the link in this video description will get a free trial of Skillshare's premium membership, so you can explore your own creativity. Okay, now it's time for a little fresh air. Ooh, going outside. Whoa, sunshine. Okay, that's much better. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's getting so nice out here. Woo! Oh, the sun's warm. Uh-oh, what?
Do you want to hear a joke?
Sure.
What do you do with a sick boat?
What do you do with a sick boat?
You take it to the dock. Which type of vegetable is banned on a boat?
Oh, I know this. I don't know.
Leaks.
Leaks.
What causes some boats to become party boats?
What?
causes some boats to become party boats?
I don't know.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Ha ha ha. Get it?
How do you make luxury yacht charters look younger?
I don't know.
Botox.
Botox.
And why did the Nordhavn cross the Strait of Juan de Fuca
To get to the other side.
into the San Juan Islands?
What? Got any more?
I got one for you.
Okay.
When do you know you're getting a good deal on a boat?
When you sell it?
When there's a sale on it.
Oh, funny, haha.
I'll give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish and he'll sit in a boat and drink beer all day.
That's a good one. Did you guys have a favorite? I think my favorite was the last one. Teaching a guy to fish so he can drink beer all day. The last half of our trip was a little longer than anticipated since we slowed up to 5 knots for a couple hours when the tide switched. That wasn't a problem since it was as perfect of a crossing as they come. The Strait of Juan de Fuca can be intimidating to many boaters, but like all things in boating, if you do your homework and plan your travel accordingly, you can enjoy near-perfect crossings like this.
Next up on our cruising to-do list is a quick engine room check to check for fluid leaks, clogged filters, and to perform temperature checks on the propeller shaft packing, transmission, engine, stabilizers, and alternators, as well as changing our fuel selection valves to keep our tanks level while cruising. Everything checked out, so now I can jump in the galley and start marinating tonight's chicken, since we'll be arriving at our Anchorage Red Round dinner. The computer is going away for the weekend.
Woohoo!
It is officially the end of the day on Friday. Goodbye, computer.
Yeah. Amen, brother. You gonna do a dance? Friday dance?
I'll do it when we get to the Anchorage.
Okay.
Alright, buddy.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of
Now we're all ready for the weekend. Work day's over, buddy. Yeah, you worked so hard.
You look like you're ready to party, so.
Oh, I know. It's party time.
Alrighty. Next stop.
Cypress Island. Little slice of paradise.
at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on. Do you feel?
What a jackwagon. Seriously, do they not go to captain's school to drive a ferry?
You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on.
After quite the productive 8 hours on the water, we're almost to our final destination, Eagle Harbor on Cypress Island.
I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way.
all set for the night. Anchor's deployed, it's holding. All good. We're getting a great weather window, and yeah, overall forecast, keep our fingers crossed that it stays nice. Every day kind of starts out cruddy, and then between noon and 3, it gets really nice. So we're hoping that trend sticks. And then the end of the week looks fantastic, like upper 60s, maybe even hotter. So for this part of the world, that's awesome. All we can ask for.
Our final to-dos before settling in is to secure our anchor bridle, so Rocky has the highest chance of staying put over the next few days, and to keep Freedom from jerking around from the wind or wake from other boats. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of Cypress Island or life living, working, and traveling on a boat, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you'll never miss a video. We'll see you next time.
I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Q&A time. This week we have a few questions. Let's go ahead and get started. Our first questions come from Mike in Gilbert, Arizona. Which engine powers your hydraulic pumps? So we do have a hydraulic pump that is used to pressurize oil for our stabilizers. That pump is driven by our main propulsion engine, our main lugger. Next question is, what routine maintenance do you perform on the hydraulic systems, and do you carry any critical spares? So with any hydraulic system, the biggest thing is keeping clean oil and making sure that oil doesn't go over temp. So we clean the keel cooler, do periodic oil changes and filter changes. Kind of want that oil to look like honey and not like molasses, not like syrup. So we keep an eye on the oil, we change the oil. As far as spares go, we have filters, we have additional oil on hand. We don't have any of the servo control valves for the stabilizers. I'm considering getting one of those and having that as a spare. I guess you could go down a rabbit hole, and there's probably many other electrical components that control the stabilizing system that then should also be considered as spares. Next question from Mike. How about the gray water holding tank? Besides cleaning the sensors, is there any regular treatment or maintenance that you do to the holding tanks? Really the only thing we do is put the Zoll No-Flex digester into our holding tanks, mostly into our black tank. We really don't put anything into our gray tank, and we haven't had any issues with the sensor sticking, so we've been happy with that product. Mitigates any odors and also breaks down any solids, so that you don't have to clean things like the sensors. So we've been pretty fortunate about that. But probably good to have a spare set of joker valves around, in case one of the pumps isn't able to prime and evacuate the tank. That would be maybe one of the components that needs some periodic maintenance. But other than that, knock on wood, haven't had a whole lot of tank related issues. Next question comes from John. John lives in Big Bear, California. Would you prefer to have twin engines? Why or why not? I don't know that I have a strong opinion. Twins over our setup, which is a single engine with a get home or auxiliary engine. One nice thing about twins is I guess all of your spares and your maintenance is the same. You have two identical engines, whereas ours are different, so the parts needed for them are a little bit different. The maintenance schedules are a little bit different. I guess the other nice thing about twins is you're always forced to exercise both, where we have to sort of consciously think about running our wing once in a while so that we know that it's reliable to us. However, when we're underway, it's nice to just have one engine thumping and not two. Cuts down on the noise, cuts down on the heat, creates a little bit more room in the engine room. So I don't know, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Really don't have a strong preference. I think both setups work great. Next question from John. Do you use the jog, and if so, how? So I think John's referring to our autopilot jog lever up at our helm. I would think if you wanted to move the boat, say 45 degrees to port, it might be easier to move the jog than to turn the helm a bunch of times. And you're absolutely right. So usually when we're in areas like a marina, or maybe we're maneuvering around an anchorage to find a spot to drop the anchor, a lot of times I will activate the jog lever, and that way I can just turn the little handle 30 degrees and the rudder turns 30 degrees. And you're right, John, I don't need to continue to keep spinning the wheel. So that's when we use the jog lever, as close quarter maneuvering in port or in anchorages. Otherwise, when we're out on the open water, we're typically running our autopilot in auto heading mode or having it navigate a route. Last question this week comes from Jack. Jack lives locally in Bellevue, Washington. What products do you use for cleaning and polishing your windows? And which cordless polisher have you found works best? So all of our cleaning products can be found on our Amazon affiliate link. Elizabeth will either put it in the description or somewhere on the screen while I talk. But we have the Milwaukee M12 polisher, which is about the size of a cordless handheld drill. And to be honest, the polisher is a little expensive from Milwaukee, so if you want to use just a regular cordless drill, that would work fine. And then I put a foam pad on it, use a little cleaner wax, and that seems to work great on the windows. And it looks like that wraps it up for this week's questions. Remember, if you want one of your questions answered on an upcoming video, look us up on Instagram, drop us a direct line, and we will add it to the list, and hopefully we will get you featured in an upcoming episode. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.